Welcome to the channel, guys. This is Dwayne from Dynamic Graphics, and we're going to be talking today about why you bought your DTF printer. Now, I understand there's a lot of people out here that want to toss their DTF printers out the window, and I don't blame you. But I've been in business for 8 years, and I'm surprised by a lot of the way DTF has made its way into the game. Purchasing mine, I definitely went through a trial and error phase. I purchased a unit that would help me learn at my home shop. That way I could see if it really was capable of being tossed into my shop as a useful, way of doing, or an alternative way of doing jobs. I went with the 1400 Epson to learn off of. I probably felt about like how half of the people felt about DTF while having that machine. And one thing I understood about that machine is that I was pushing it to a limit that wasn't capable of being pushed. A lot of people will argue that these printers, the Epson 1800s can, do all these jobs. That's fine. If you find any use out of it, great. But I've noticed that, type of work that I needed to do, maybe I was pushing it too much. Make sense of if this is the game I wanted to get into to add this to my business, and was it worth it? So I came up with a checklist of stuff that I wanted to know more about DTF, and the trial and error phase that I went through with DTF that I wanted to eliminate. So knowing that if I got into this is stuff that I couldn't live with. So if this machine didn't have this, then I wouldn't even get into the game as well either. So I had my list together. I called up a lot of companies and I asked them plenty of questions, probably to the point where they got annoyed at me. But remember, it's your money, and asking questions is better than making a call of a complaint of a machine that you weren't well educated on. So I called up a couple companies, went through many of them who didn't even know what kind of machine that they were selling and what it was capable of. At that time, I immediately hung up or told them I was just not interested and moved on. But I bumped into one great company, stand-up people there when it comes to not only their customer service, but their support. And purchasing my machines, I went with STS, great people. I bought the Muto 628 Value Jet, couple of these for my business. And doing the research, asking the questions, it was a no-brainer why not to go with them. They were very knowledgeable on what they did. And me knowing the history of Muto, this is not, this is not a new machine that came out. It's been a machine just used on different application, whether it's sublimation, and then the list goes on. It's just been a very stable built unit that, just never gave me an issue. But what sold me on the machine not only was the support, it was the self-clean operation. It's one less step I have to do with my business. And this is stuff that you guys have to look into when purchasing a machine is, do you have that time to just put up a couple $1,000 to buy a machine that you're going to have to basically sleep next to make sure that you're not going to go through any issues? Or just save up the little bit of money, and when time is right, purchase a machine that is going to be a great attribute to your company, because it's going to not only produce great stuff for you because it's well built, but the maintenance is going to be very low, where you don't have to maintain it as much as you do. And the self-clean operations with the Muto has just been top tier for me. When I'm not using the machine because I'm working on other jobs using HTV for other jobs and I can't use the DTF at the moment, or none of my guys are using the DTF for a moment, the machine is cleaning itself. It's taking care of, any clogs or anything going on. That way, anytime I do a nozzle check, just to check before I'm doing a job, it's always looking perfect. Maintenance is definitely a big thing for these machines, and getting into DTF, you're going to spend a lot of time doing that. Not all machines are built and maintained the same. So my rolling back here, is very low maintenance compared to my Muto. It's just been a game changer for my business. And on the next video, guys, we're going to be spending some time with the Muto 628, covering some step-by-step maintenance on it, and hopefully be useful for you guys. This is Dwayne from Dynamic Graphics. I thank you guys for joining me today. To the next video, guys. Peace.